HD Kara says she hopes you die in the game since you did not say bye to her on her last day of work. Hello. And we're back. Oops. Today, we're going to be talking about demon powers and why it's important to commit to them and use them. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how to upgrade and use properly some of the demon powers in the game. Today we're going to be joined by our good friend Evan.
Hello.
And we're going to be taking on the Chromatic Essence boss. This boss, unlike Veil the Immortal, this boss, when you kill him in its initial form, he splits into multiple other essence monsters. Your mom's house. Alright. So we got some really awesome people online here today. I don't know what they're going on about. But that's okay though, we won't let them bother us. We're going to take on the Chromatic Essence and talk about demon powers. Let me get a couple legendaries. I have a couple that we can show off here. How the upgrade system works. See if we can make sure, there we go, get this. It's good stuff to have. Oh, salty. So there we go, let's grab some of these. Click. Ooh, bad word, naughty man. Naughty man. So we're going to go on the click. So when you're in a multiplayer game, let's do the first tutorial of the video. When you're in a multiplayer game, you don't feel like hearing people talk in the game, you can always click on game chat. And there we go. Now it's just me and our good friend Evan. So I can say happy face, and only he will see it, and we won't have to deal with whatever they're fighting about on the other end of the server. Okay, so in the game, you have 2 demon power slots. Right here and right here. It is good to have 2 demon powers equipped on your character that benefit your character. I am a full caster build, so I have big damage abilities. 2 of the abilities that I'm using today are the Boomerang, which is the main damage ability I'm going to be using, and Shockwave. Shockwave is really good because it cripples enemies and knocks them away from you. When you are a weak sauce spellcaster, you definitely need to make sure stuff stays away from you. So let's go into the demon powers themselves. Alright, so which demon power should we upgrade? Which one do I not have one of? Let's do a Sunray. So what I recommend doing first, if you want to commit fully to a demon power, I would start off with a legendary one. I really wouldn't try to upgrade any of them that aren't legendary already. Just pick, when you find one, you think it's great, use it, because you'll save a lot of material, and it takes such a long time to upgrade these. Okay, so here's our Sunray Legendary. So what I need to do to upgrade the base property, which is of course the damage on damage abilities, is to have 3 of the same one. But I think I only have 2. Oh, no we don't. So what we do is we go 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Boom! Upgraded the damage on it. Let's do it again if I have enough. Got 1. Just 1, it looks like. Oh, we got 2. Okay, so I need to make one. Make one, you ask? Well, yes. What's good about the rare ones is you can use them to make legendaries. So what I recommend doing is you look at them and you pick the one that has the highest numbers on it. See these little gauges down here? That tells you how high the property is. When it gets kind of near the end towards these little symbols, kind of like around, like right here, it turns into a legendary. You don't need to fully upgrade it to use it as an upgrade component. So let's see if we can get one that looks pretty good. I think that one I actually have might be the best one. 4.5 seconds. Okay, so we're going to use this one. So what it says to do to upgrade it is that you can use any other rare demon power to upgrade the secondary property, which of course is the duration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one that I have a lot of that I don't really care too much about. So let's organize it by, say, type. And which one do I have like a ton of that we don't really use too often? Let's see. Like, we got a whole bunch of shockwaves. We got a whole lot of time, but let's use a time bubble. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 3 time bubbles, and as you can see, it becomes legendary now. So guess what that means? Now when I go back to the one we're upgrading, if I can make sure I get the right one now, don't let me pick the wrong one. Click, 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 click. Lots of clicking. Let's find our Sunray we were upgrading here. think it's this one. So what I recommend, this is a good example of why it's good to favorite items. So any item in the game, you can actually hit S and you can favorite it. So now, when I go to organize these by rarity, my favorite one's actually on the top now. That way I won't lose where it is and accidentally use it as an upgrade component. So let's get these 3 extra ones that we got, and boom, upgraded it again. So with bounties and treasure hunts, you can actually find power stones of demon power. These are really great because it upgrades both properties at the same time. And I think it does it for a little bit more as well. So what we can do is we can put 1 in, boom, and 2. And there we go, we're done. We didn't have to use 6 components, instead we just used 2. But keep in mind, all the power stones are very, very, very rare. And you mainly only find them from the bounties and treasure hunts. I may have mentioned earlier in another video, but why it's super duper important to upgrade your treasure chests. Because the treasure chests have upgraded rarities you can do as well. You just get 3 of the same color and they upgrade. And what's good about this is if you upgrade 3 of the yellow ones, you get legendary gift boxes. And what's good about legendary gift boxes, you ask? Well, let me get on the right menu and I'll show you. Well, legendary gift boxes drop Wicked and Divine cards. Yep, Wicked Beast, Wicked Executioner, Divine Sun, and of course our favorite one, Nothing. What else do we get? More Wicked and Divine cards. A Wicked Archer, a Wicked Guardian, and those 2 guys that we don't care about, obviously they say by themselves. Come on, legendary chest, give me a legendary. Or you can give me more cards, I'm okay with that. I got plenty more, we can make more of these things. So, the online community, why it's good to be online, minus the people screaming about people's mothers, whatever they're talking about, is you can get these things. You can actually share out your bounties. So, when you have one that hasn't been done yet, I think we got one. Oh, not on this guy. Excuse me. When you have one that hasn't been done yet, you can actually share the code out. Do you have one you can share, Evan?
Sorry, what?
Do you have a bounty that you can share so I can show it to our good audience here? Will I make another legendary chest and hopefully it'll drop a legendary item for us to see? Don't do it just yet. I gotta get in the chat again where these people are screaming about one another's mothers. Okay, so I'm in the room chat again where they're saying even more bad words. Oh no. I have to blur this out. Well, go ahead and share that for us. There we go. So yeah, when you have one that hasn't been done yet, you can click on it. And I already did it. For some reason it shows yellow. When it shows yellow, most of the time, you can click on it and it'll give you the bounty. And the bounty will have listed areas you can go to. Alright, so let's see if we can get a legendary item to drop from the legendary treasure chest. There we go. Bam! We got the party starter. Woo! So yes, legendary treasure chests are good because they give you very high-end items. And they take a lot longer to make, but they're really good. I found the needle. I never found that before. So let's see what the needle does. So again, we're going to hit S to make sure we favorite it. That way I know it's not an item I can use to upgrade my other items. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty impressive. Oh, and that guy shared the same code I think Evan just did. Thanks, Croc. Okay, so we're going to take on a boss now, I think, right? So let's go over my build a little bit here. Alright, we got the Wanderer outfit, which is the same thing as the Cavalier outfit. Fully upgraded. Gives you 108 overdrive per second, but my regular attacks no longer grant overdrive, which is fine because I actually gain overdrive a lot quicker with this build. We had the Superior Medikit on because this guy's very, very weak. It cannot be slowed. There's a Hex of Brutality, or Hex of Malice, that actually makes him ludicrously slow. We do not want that to happen. In addition, we have the Ignis Timbris. What this does is it gives me more damage and my health is really high and it gives me Life Leech. What it does not say, though, is that I don't know if this works with all the weapons, please let me know in the comments, but with my demon powers, I actually Life Leech as well. So this item is really, really, really good, and items similar to it, if they work the same way, are extremely good to have on a caster that deals damage constantly. We have on the Finger of Chaos. One thing I want to talk about is it's really good in Victor Vran to wear both a melee and a ranged weapon. What this allows you to do is you can wear weapons that have completely different functionality. This one gives me life leech and does about no damage. However, this weapon has a ton of critical damage, a ton of armor penetration, and while it's equipped, it gives me more magic fine. It also fundamentally functions different than my main book weapon. What's good about the rapier is if you chain the two abilities together, you can keep casting them. What's good about being a weak sauce spellcaster with a rapier is you can get away from the enemies that are beating you up. So if my shockwave is not charged up, I can actually use the charge attack to get away from my enemies. What's good about the Finger of Chaos, which you can get from Gabon in the Bottomless Pit when you're level 35, which I highly recommend you do, is it gives you the more magic find, and when you do the flurry attack with the item, I wonder if it works on the dummies up here. Let's find out. So what's really good about it when you finish the flurry attack is it actually shoots these little missiles out. And these count as rapier attacks. So if the goal of the mission says that you need to kill enemies with the rapier, you can actually use the flurry attack bullets to actually get more points for it. And the reason why I say it's good is to say these guys are beating me up, I need to get away. I can actually use the charge attack to get away, and then there you go. See, I finished the flurry attack and I got to shoot some bullets back at them. Alright, so I'm going to show you the Tome of Souls when we actually get to the boss fight. So let's go ahead and do that. So the Chromatic Essence is located in the Devil's Throat. You get it, you find it in the Hunting Grounds as a secret level, and the voice actually taunts you to go to it. Some of the goals here are kind of ridiculous. You got to kill them with melee attacks. We're going to be showing you. We're not too worried about getting the goals done. I more want to show you how to beat the boss as efficiently as possible with all 5 hexes on. Okay, so what's good about having the Wanderer outfit on with tower cards is it allows you to gain your gauge ludicrously fast, like it's insanely fast. So I have 3 tower cards on to give me 150% more gauge gain. I have a Divine Alchemist on with the extra damage bonus. This allows me to use my medkit quicker because I cannot have this guy crawling. He's very, very vulnerable to attacks. We also have the Wicked Magician to give us the power orbs, which is super duper critical when using the books because, as I will show you, you need to always make sure you can chain in the, what's it called? The Singularity Orb attack. So let's go ahead and get started. So what me and Evan are doing is we're going to do what's called what I call dual booking. We're going to both use the Tome of Souls, which we both let the orbs drop from one another. And what this allows us to do is we can always use our demon powers, and we can always spam the moves on the Tome of Souls. And so what's good to do with the Singularity Orb is you fire it out before you, and it pulls the enemies towards the attack. And then when you pull the enemies towards the attack, then you fire your demon power off in the same location, and you actually will pull all the enemies in and immediately hit them with your demon power. And it's very, very effective at pulling things away from you and killing them at the same time. As you can see, these essences just pretty much just fall over in one hit when we do this. And if you notice as well, when I get hit, I life leech as well from my demon powers using the Ignis Tenebris, however you pronounce it. Ooh, watch out, that was pretty cool. Luckily, the aura that Evan has on gives me life regeneration too, so what I got hit really hard there, the Sanguine aura actually would have healed me as well. When using the Tome of Souls, try to make sure you always have at least 2 orbs on you. Oh, I didn't see that guy next to me. Too busy talking. Need to focus on the game. The boomerang is extremely effective in taking out the spider nest because it stays on the target. And when it comes to fighting these lava creepers, try to if you think they're gonna die, just back away. Don't think you're a wuss or anything, but they just hurt so much with all the hexes on that it just gets to be a bit ridiculous. Alright, so most of the time when you have a bounty or treasure hunt, there's an epic monster up here. This guy actually can spawn as an epic. And try to be careful when... Oops, that bad. Try to be careful when standing up there, because when he's epic, he can actually shoot his lava balls up to you, and they do tons of damage to you. You will not be able to move out of the way quick enough. You can see, it just pulls it right in. It's like freaking Scorpion. Like, get over here, and you just pull them in and take them out. Yep. I'm going to use Shockwave to push the enemies away. The lava creepers die in place, so wherever you kill them, that's where they die at. They don't actually move back. So try to be aware of that when you kill them. The boomerang looks two-dimensional, but it actually does flow up where the enemies are, so don't be scared to shoot at enemies above and below you. When jumping with it, though, it does go at an angle, and it can be kind of awkward. Let me try to show you here. See how it goes like a diagonal? Ooh wee. Right there's a good reason why it's good to always have a medikit on you, because these things slow you when they hit you. I need to make sure I keep a lot of orbs on me. Luckily, dual booking really helps to keep the orbs up, so you guys always can spam the Singularity Orbs. One other move that the book can do also is a Dimension Wave. I don't use it a whole lot in my build. But what it does is it can stun the enemies. And as you can see, it just kind of messes me up. I don't really like using it too much. But hey, if you like using it, it does stun. It is really helpful for enemies you need to stun, such as the Vampire Hulks, which can pretty much take you out very quickly when you're playing a caster with all 5 hexes on. One thing to keep in mind is the cooldown of your abilities. If you learn the timing really well, you can actually be moving and cast these. You might see that later when we're playing, that we will move and cast our abilities. Ooh, that spider's right on me. We get them off. I need to shockwave them. There we go. Move them back. Very good. Okay, so we're getting there. By the way, one of the secrets is in here. I'm not going to go get it because I already have all of them. Should you desire to get the secret. We may have missed the other one, but hey, we're not talking about secrets. We're talking about how to beat the boss. Luckily, my life leech on my weapon allows my demon powers to leech for me. As you can see, whoa, wee. I mainly, ooh, wow. Haha. It's a good thing I life leech on. That probably would have killed me. And the alchemist card really helps. Making sure I can. There we go. Very good, very good. That went very well. The med kits are really good because they allow you to pretty much heal over time, and you won't have to worry about the ridiculous cooldown of the heal potion. That wasn't shot very well, but it's okay though. Move out of the way of those ice spikes that the ice ones cast. And what's good about having the magician card on too is that the orbs give you more overdrive gauge when you pick them up, and when you have the tower cards on, it does add up. As you can see, when I get the orbs, it about fills up my whole gauge for me. And it's extremely helpful when you're dual booking to make sure you can keep casting. Okay, so we're at the Chromatic Essence. So to start off with, what I recommend you do is make sure you're at full health, make sure you have full overdrive, and then there's 2 things you need to keep in mind when you do fight this guy. You need to grab the shrines right away because the fight very quickly gets out of control. When you see him, do not attack him. Immediately go up here and get the double damage shrine, and then engage him. So, with the Tyranny Aura on, these guys will have Tyrant spawn, so try to keep killing them and keep them all bunched together. And there you go. That's how you do it. That was extremely fast, but hey, that's what you do when you work as a team. So as you might not have seen, that what we have done is when you use the Singularity Orb, it pulls the enemies in, and then the boomerang, wherever your mount, you learn how far it shoots off, which is about there. With the max upgraded one, you can actually fire the orb almost at the same time and catch them all inside the boomerang. And that's what I was doing. You fire the orb, fire the boomerang, and you catch them right all in the big group. They all die all at once, as you just saw. And it makes the fight just about a joke to do. But you have to work together as a team when you do it, because very easily, if you lose control, you get pulled by one of the tyrants, and they pull you in, you will die. Because the tyrants give the enemies special power, more demon powers, and they make them a lot harder. And they also will cripple you and tear you up. So, I hope this tutorial was helpful for you, how to beat the Chromatic Essence as a caster build. It's quite different from the other build I showed you. We found the needle, we told you how to upgrade treasure chests. We also showed you how to upgrade demon powers and why it's important to commit to your demon power, because it's very, very difficult to upgrade them, and always, always, always start off with Legendary 1 as your base.